Thank you for listening to another episode of the Pro Lacrosse Talk podcast. Today I want to talk to you about our sponsor, Anchor. We've been using Anchor for the Pro Lacrosse Talk podcast since the very start. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place, and better yet, it's free. They allow you to easily record and edit your podcast, and once it's published, they send it out to all the major networks such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and many more. They also connect you with advertisers so you can start making money from your podcast right away. So if you're thinking about starting a podcast today, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
This is MLL Commissioner Sandy Brown, and you're listening to Pro Lacrosse Talk.
On Schreiber. Sidearm whip. Scores. Now in front. Fidel scores. Hands off for Rabel. Switches hands and scores.
Carly O'Miller showing off those shifty skills.
Right off the bat, there's Lyle Thompson.
Welcome to Pro Lacrosse Talk, the voice of Pro Lacrosse. I'm Hutton, he's Adam. Together we're bringing you interviews with your favorite players and coaches, as well as news from all 4 professional lacrosse leagues. We're here with Sandy Brown, Commissioner of Major League Lacrosse. He's joining us off the unfortunate news that the MLL is delaying its season due to the COVID-19 pandemic. First off, Sandy, thank you for joining us, especially during these difficult times.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start off with the decision, to delay the MLL season. How did you and the league come to this decision?
As we noted in our release, we're going to be guided by what the CDC and the federal and state and local governments are going to allow us to do. We're less than 2 months now from opening day as originally scheduled, and we just felt that it was going to be ambitious for us to be able to make that date, and I think in the interest of everyone's health and safety, we figured that we might as well just be public about it in terms of what our plans were going forward. And we've got, obviously, like everybody else, we're going to be beholden to what we're allowed to do in each market. We obviously have a lot of partners. We have obviously our fans, most importantly, and our players, of course. We've got to manage some expectations there. So that was the rationale.
Sure. And you talked about partners a little bit right there. Now, in terms of venues that the teams have been playing at, what's been the support behind the decision been from those various venues?
Well, all of them have been outstanding. Every venue has been completely understanding of the situation and have been incredibly supportive. And I think one of the things that's a benefit for us is that we don't have we only have 2 of our venues where we have a potential conflict with respect to football.
Okay.
So I think that's a big plus for us going forward, and we're very hopeful that we're going to be able to get the full season in.
No, that's great. And I know in your statement you mentioned you're putting together a fund for the players if the season does not happen. Talk to me a little bit about the thought process behind that.
Well, we certainly recognize that a lot of our players have worked really hard, obviously, in the off season to get ready for this 20th anniversary season, and there's a lot of sacrifice that goes into that. There's a level of expectation, obviously, as with everybody that plays in our league, that there's going to be a level of compensation involved when they play in MLL. And our owners were very forthright in terms of saying, look, we want to do our part to try to help these guys in some way, shape, or form. I don't have all the details to share with you at this point, but the fact is that we're, most importantly, I'm hoping that we're not going to have to implement it.
Sure.
But, in the event that does happen, our owners are stepping up.
And then I know your team's still gathering information, but do you guys have a targeted date at this time?
Yeah, it's fluid. Sure, we have 1,000,001 scenarios that we're playing with right now, but at the end of the day, as you just said, we're really we're beholden to, in particular the state authorities and CDC in terms of what we can and what we can't do, and that's the only thing we can do at this point. And we're just, like everybody else, or obviously we've got to do our own planning and what have you. But, as I said, they've been incredibly supportive, and we're all, hoping that we're going to be able to get the season off and get the full season in.
Sure, absolutely. And I know even with all this uncertainty, we wanted to discuss some exciting developments with the league. You're returning to 2 markets in Philadelphia and Connecticut. How were those markets decided on, and what excites you most about bringing back the Barrage and the introduction of the Hammerheads into the league?
Well, it's interesting. Since we were there last, the game has grown by leaps and bounds, in particular in Connecticut, in Fairfield County. And Fairfield University has been unbelievable in terms of their support of this. They made a very strong move to really expand what they're doing in the sports space, and we've really developed a very solid partnership with them. Mm-hmm. And I think that this part of the country, the sport has grown both for men and women, has grown dramatically, and I think that is going to be a big arbiter of the success of the franchise. So, we're sort of fishing where the fish are. I mean, we know that there's a lot of interest, and right now, fans have to travel to Long Island and to see the Lizards, and it's not an easy commute. And we know we have a strong fan base on Long Island and then the tri-state area for the Lizards. But we feel that there's an equal opportunity for us in this part of Connecticut, especially as you get into the northern part of Connecticut and into even parts of lower Massachusetts. And Rhode Island, I should say. And then in terms of Philadelphia, Philadelphia has just been a hotbed for the sport for a long time. And we know the success that the NLL has had in bringing back the wings. University of Pennsylvania has, again, similar to Fairfield, has been a great partner for us. They've been have really welcomed us with open arms. And I just think Philadelphia really can benefit from having an MLL franchise, as they've done with the Wings, and I think bringing the Barrage back is going to be great for the town. It's going to be, or the city, I should say. It's going to be great for our league and just great for fans in general.
Well, we're certainly, looking forward to seeing those teams join the league, as well as the other 4 teams as well, once you guys do end up starting this season, whenever it is. But thank you, Sandy, for joining us. We appreciate the time. Best of luck staying safe during this pandemic, and we look forward to watching the MLL's 20th season whenever it does finally start up.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate you. I appreciate your time, guys, and you guys stay safe as well.
So that was just our interview with Commissioner of the MLL, Sandy Brown. We appreciate you guys listening to this episode. Unfortunately, we wish it would be under better circumstances. We don't know if there's going to be any more news on other leagues making the same decision. We obviously want to see some pro lacrosse played this summer, but the bottom line is we want everyone to be safe, including fans and players and coaches. So I think it's the right decision by the MLL, and we look forward to hopefully seeing them take the field either later this summer or in the near future as well. But we will keep you guys updated. Thank you guys for listening, and we hope you continue to listen to Pro Lacrosse Talk. Today's show is being brought to you in part by Stitcher Premium. You can use Stitcher Premium to listen to shows ad-free such as Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, My Favorite Murder, Wolverine the Lost Trail, or our favorite, The Fantasy Footballers. For only $4.99 a month or $34.99 a year, you get access to Stitcher Originals, bonus episodes, and comedy albums. Better yet, if you go over to Stitcher.com/premium and use the promo code LACROSSE today, you can get 1 month free. So head on over to Stitcher, sign up, and get your free trial today.